So the other thing I want to show you today that I think is kind of fun and useful, mostly fun, is the image TK module. And if you remember, that's actually a pillow part of the pillow library, but it has to interface with some of the TK library as well. So you can see here from TKInter, I'm importing everything. Doing it this way allows me to call it without prefacing it with the TK. I'm importing the TK file dialog that we talked about, the modal windows, so that I can open an image file. And from Pillow, I've got image TK, image filter, and image enhance. So the way I'm going to work on this is that I am going to, well, I've got this already built, but what I've basically got here is it opens a window 1000 by 1000 with the title of image loader or my image loader. And then I'm opening an image using Pillow's image open, which we've covered in the past. And now I'm using the image TK photo image method to convert that to a TK image. So this is a TK image. This is a regular Pillow image. Important to note the difference. I'm feeding it the Pillow image as an attribute or an argument rather. I've got a label, and the reason I'm loading an image into that label at the start of my program is that it forces the label to be the size and show up the way I want it to. I wouldn't normally have to do that. And if this was a production program, there are other workarounds, but just for simplicity's sake, that's what I'm doing here. So height, width, border width, relief solid, and an image in there. And then I pack that and I choose pack propagate so that the label doesn't shrink down to the content size. Okay, and then all I have here is a button, and that button runs the command load image. So if I go back up here to load image, this is a little routine that I have that will first, I'm going to make that a global. I'm already dealing with some weird global issues related to being able to read and write to strings. But the reason I want to make this global is because I want to make it universally available to all of my functions. So I'm going to use global inside all my functions to access that pillow image because I want to be able to do things to it once I open it. So we'll get back to that in a minute. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a string and I'm going to set it to ask open file name so that the user can have a graphical user interface for opening whatever file they want from their computer. It's going to open it as a pillow image, and then it's going to convert the pillow image to the photo image so that it can display it on the label. And so it's putting it on the label and making sure that it's completely set there. And so that's the whole program right now. So let's just run this. Oops, let's run the correct one. Okay, so I've got the default image that's in there. But this is where I think it gets kind of cool. If I click load file, then it is going to give me the ability to load a picture from literally anywhere on my computer. So if I wanted to, load this embarrassing baby picture of my son, I can do that. I can pull in literally any picture from anywhere on my computer that I want to. Let's see, personal pics. And then, that's boring. Let's try that one. Okay, so I got that's a huge picture. So that's one I would want to resize for sure. Sorry, that came straight from the photographer with her fancy camera. No, we don't want to see me there. That's probably going to be too big too. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, so that's my daughter's wedding. So I can load files from anywhere on my computer. That is pretty cool. Let's take a look at how we can add a filter to this. So I'm going to hop over here to my Instapy command line program, and I'm going to take this filter right here that I already created for that, and I'm going to copy it verbatim over to this one. So the whole thing is here. And now this filter takes a pillow image and returns a pillow image with it filtered. So what I have to do is I have to figure out how to integrate this into my program. The easiest way to do that is for me to create what's called a wrapper function. Not like Snoop Dogg, but like a candy wrapper. So it wraps around this, and it is not going to take any sort of anything, any sort of arguments. But I am going to use global here so that it can access that My Pillow image. And so all I need to do here is grab my pillow image, feed it back to this, take what it returns, and then set that as the new image. So I can borrow from this, right? I can borrow from that one. And I've got almost everything I need here. But instead of opening a file, what I need to do is call that filter with my pillow image. So I'm going to call filter one with my pillow image and put it right back in there. And then that should update it. So let's see how that works. First, I need to put another button here. So let's copy that code. Make another button, button 2. Apply filter. And command is, what was it? Image wrapper, there it is. Okay, so now I can call that successfully. The nice thing about a wrapper function like this is that I can use it to call multiple functions. I can add functionality to a function. I can alter the way a function works. And I don't have to touch this original function. In fact, I could have called that as a module if I wanted to, as an external file. So let's run this. And let's see if the apply filter works. And there it goes. Okay, so that's one thing I don't want it to do. I don't need it to pop up the other thing anymore. So I'm going to go in here. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to because I don't want it to be using image show. And I probably don't need the command line text either because nobody's really going to be paying attention to that. So I'm going to comment those out. But now, if I want to load a different file, the wedding one worked okay. And then I can apply filters just like that. I could very easily have another button here that says save image. So I could save it anywhere on my computer using an actual save dialog box. So I can run that filter until it's completely unrecognizable. And that's really how easy it is to splice even existing functions. And that's the nice thing about writing these functions that do things where you have a very clean input and output. That black box again is working for us because now this one is just here to manage the interaction with the user interface. And that's sort of what glues it all together. And wrapper functions are very, very common. Okay, so if you want to group two functions together and put them on a button or something like that, you would definitely want to use a wrapper function. That is by far the easiest way to do it.